Supply and demand. Unfortunately for the far left weirdos out there, the supply for actual situations of them being a victim does not meet their fake demands. Therefore, they have to invent scenarios where they can play professional victims. And here we have another example of that. Thank you, Kathleen Kennedy, and your nonsensical approach to pandering to weirdos like this. And now we have Project Stardust. What is Project Stardust, you ask? Project Stardust. Quote, and I don't know who she's quoting, by the way, what female fans often struggle with the most is feeling safe and comfortable enough to express their love for Star Wars in spaces that already exist for fans. Women shouldn't have to ask for permission to exist in this fandom. Project Stardust launches in 5 days. So, women shouldn't have to ask for permission to exist in this fandom. Can you give me any examples of women having to ask for permission to be Star Wars fans? Can you? No, you can't. You can't. This is all about creating a fake narrative to continue the nonsense that Lucasfilm has been pandering to for the last several years with Star Wars, which is why Star Wars is pretty much dead in the ground when it comes to the films, because they have pandered so hard to the SJW ideology out there. Now, again, we're talking about a company that had a female-led film that made over $2 billion. So clearly, fans were willing to go and pay their money and to see this film and give it every opportunity they could. And the excitement was relatively high pre-Force Awakens and post-Force Awakens. But eventually, once you started to see that The Force Awakens was fool's gold, and then we got to The Last Jedi, and then it became really obvious that Rey was an identity politics character who had no true story arc, that's when fans started to resist against these garbage films. But initially, the support was there for a female-led film. So, poof goes your narrative. Poof goes your narrative indeed. But of course, you don't actually need any real things to happen to continue to play the fake victim, which is what this sounds like it's all about. Now, if you go into the comments section, what do we have? We have a lot of women. We have a lot of women. What are you even talking about? Since when? Female fans have never had the problem, at least in my experience. I've been a fan since I was a kid, and not once has any guy made me feel unsafe in my own fandom. I've only ever felt welcome. There you go. Jane Theory, who I gave a shout out to on Friday Night Tights, and she's over 1,000 subs. Jane Theory, what in the victim narrative nonsense is this? Another lady from Geeks and Gamers, Tugs. Girl, I can't even. We've got Waiting for Nerdrotic. I love her new name. Waiting for Nerdrotic. I don't know why people are trying to build a narrative that Star Wars is an exclusive community. I'm a gay woman, and I've been a fan since I saw Star Wars in 1977, and even then, women were a huge part of the community. My best friend growing up, a black young man, has been a fan too. Exactly. Mecha Random, we don't. The only people who try and correct my opinions are male feminists. Thank you. Exactly. There's my nerdy home. I have never had to ask for permission. In fact, my opinion and point of view was welcomed because I was a rare and fresh point of view on Star Wars. The list goes on and on. You've had Jessie Milestone responding. We've seen Anna, that Star Wars girl, responding. Let me see if I can find Anna's right here. Speak for yourself, because there's no way in hell you speak for all women. What you're doing is marginalizing women, saying we're too weak to hold our own and we need to be sheltered and coddled like children. This is beyond degrading and moronic, and I, as a woman, 100% disavow. And it just continues to go on and on. I know Jesse made a response to it too, Jessie Milestone, and so many others, OG Star Wars. The list goes on and on. The point here is, this is called being a Jessie Smollett. This is creating something that is not there to push a narrative that does not exist. It's the same thing that happened when they said that fans bullied Kelly Marie Tran off of Instagram. Fans bullied Daisy Ridley off of Instagram, all because they were angry that women were in Star Wars. There's absolutely no proof of that whatsoever. I have had people blame me directly, specifically, for bullying Kelly Marie Tran off Instagram. I don't even use Instagram. I've made less than probably 30 or 40 posts on Instagram ever on my personal one. And guess who runs the Geeks and Gamers Instagram? Women. Women run it. But, of course, that doesn't fall in line with the narrative, does it? Women run the Geeks and Gamers Twitter account, too. But, you know, go ahead and create these lies. You don't ever have to support these lies with any proof because you're not held accountable, because you have people like Kathleen Kennedy empowering you to continue with this nonsense. But this is why Star Wars continues to fail, because Star Wars panders to these types of people. Project Stardust. I mean, seriously, what type of nonsense is this? Again, I don't know who this person is. This person says that they are an associate editor for Utini, founder of Project Stardust, host of Starbird Dawn, a podcast, Friends of Force, contributor to Dork Side of the Force. So I don't know who this person is, but it's more of the nonsense, and this is why Star Wars is irrelevant. This is why people are tuning out to the product, tuning out from the product, like so many other products that have just been boggled down by identity politics, because this is the type of stuff that Kathleen Kennedy and her feminist ideology is going to embrace, even though she wants to claim now she's going to, I guess, take a look at George Lucas' Star Wars or whatever that comment was she made. This is why all of the people out there that have been, pushing for this nonsensical identity politics within Star Wars, look where we are now. This is why we're at a point where there is no Star Wars being developed on the big screen. There's no movies being developed right now. Even before the pandemic, there was no plan for any Star Wars movies. Why? Because the group of people that they pander to don't actually care about this stuff. They have pushed all of their longtime real fans away from this, and they have pandered to a bunch of people that don't actually care about this stuff. Their only job is to infiltrate things, destroy things, and then they move on from it. None of these people were actually going to hang around and be invested in Star Wars. And that is a tough lesson that you've had to learn the hard way, Lucasfilm. But people like me and so many others, we're done. We are done. Again, are there little things that some of us enjoy along the way? Absolutely. But when it comes to the films themselves, trash. Rise of Skywalker. Let's look back, okay? Force Awakens, I think I saw it 6 times. I went to see The Last Jedi 3 times opening weekend, and then that's when I finally realized how much I didn't like it after that. My plan was to go see The Last Jedi. I was going to go see it more times than I'd seen any movie. So the movies I've seen the most in theaters are The Dark Knight 10 times, and I saw The Dark Knight Rises 11 times, because all hail Christopher Nolan, the king of cinema. But my plan was to go see The Last Jedi more times than I saw The Dark Knight Rises. And we see how that ended up. And I tried to force myself to like that movie, and it just didn't work. And then we got to The Rise of Skywalker, and I saw it 1 time. 1 time. How many of those situations are out there? Because repeat visitors is how you really make those next level numbers, like the Avengers, like The Force Awakens, like Infinity War, like a lot of these movies. And this is why The Rise of Skywalker barely broke $1 billion and made 50% less than The Force Awakens, because of people like me refused to go see it multiple times. And a lot of people didn't even go see it once, because you're pissed off at them. I went to see it because people wanted my opinion. And I heard from a lot of our audience when I didn't go see Captain Marvel and I didn't go see Solo, a lot of them wanted to hear my opinion. So I did go see The Rise of Skywalker, and it was unbelievably terrible. And this is where we are now. Moving forward, there are no movies to talk about right now, because you've destroyed the product. You have absolutely destroyed the product from a big screen perspective. And if this is what you want to continue to pander to, please do that, Kathleen Kennedy. Go Force is female. Let us have it. Tell us how wonderful all the women out there are that you want to pander to, and how terrible all these men are. Go ahead and continue to tell us how bad your men fans are, and how toxic the male fans are, and how much you want to push them away. Go ahead and pander to the blue-haired weirdos out there. We are done. We are sick of this. But this project right here is laughable. I guarantee that this person is going to take all of the criticism that they're facing from women and play a fake victim narrative and talk about how it's all men and it's all Trump supporters. It's all of these male Trump supporters that are going after her. In reality, it's full of women, very smart women, very intelligent women, very knowledgeable women about Star Wars. Most of those women know more about Star Wars than me. But you want to claim it's all angry men that are going after you, because that is the Lucasfilm way. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Check out geeksandgamers.com, our website. Jump in the forums. Make yourself an account. And for $10 a month, if you want, please consider becoming a premium member. Supporting us over there on the website gets you exclusive access to some of our content. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Solo lost money. Raylos are weird. Project Stardust is a joke, and it should be a parody. When it's all said and done, we'll see if it's actually listed as a parody. If it is listed as a parody, I will give them full credit for trolling all of us, because it seems like it's probably a parody at this point. We'll see. But anyway, you guys have a great day. We will talk to you later.